We want to turn things over now to meteorologist Lewis Turner. He's standing by at this hour. Lou, you've been going through this for quite some time, since early this morning on Good Morning Jacksonville. What's the latest from the National Hurricane Center?
You're right there with me, Keith. I'm just kind of sitting here staring at this massive area of showers and thunderstorms. It just formed just east now the Yucatan Peninsula, just south of Cuba, and going to make this trek, and an interesting trek that's going to make right between the Yucatan Peninsula and Cuba. Any interaction with land can change some things, but our center now finally getting formed. We've got 45-mile-an-hour winds moving northwest, so making that northwest trek at about 12 miles an hour. Pressure falling at 1,000 millibars right now. So here's your official cone as of the 11 o'clock update, and you can see where our center is right here with our tropical storm. One thing to note, how quickly this thing is going to drop in pressure, which increases its strength, increases the wind speed. The lower the pressure, the stronger the storm. So by Wednesday morning, so this time as we're talking tomorrow, we'll have a hurricane. Maybe even while we're talking on Good Morning Jacksonville tomorrow, we'll have a Category 1 storm. Then as we get to Thursday morning, a major hurricane. Quick developing, quickly strengthening because of just how warm the conditions are, the sea surface temperatures are in the Gulf of Mexico, and how conducive the conditions in the atmosphere are to strengthening as well. So a couple of ingredients there in the Gulf of Mexico. So this will be from tropical storm development to becoming a major hurricane. So we got tropical storm officially at 11, major hurricane if it happens as forecast around the 8 a.m. update. We're talking about less than 48 hours going from tropical storm to a major. And that's happened with storms very similar to storms like Beryl that we had earlier in the season, a different kind of storm, and then a Michael, which formed in very similar conditions we've had several years ago. So right now I want to zoom in to what landfall would look like. This would be Thursday nights, and this has been consistent. So this is run after run, even now that we have a fully named tropical storm. Not much has changed as far as computer model guidance is concerned. Still have this cone that includes over toward the east of towards Steinhatchee, and then further west of the Appalachee Bay. But the Appalachie Bay has been kind of the focal point of a landfall here Thursday night between that 7 to 9 o'clock hours. Some computer models have it a little bit slower later, and some have it moving a little bit faster. But this is kind of that center spot, that average. Now let's not get too caught up in that center line forecast, which is what the red line is. It is very likely that the eye wall could cross land, make landfall anywhere within this cone. So don't get too fixated on the center. A western track, much better for the First Coast and Southeast Georgia. An eastern track, well, we'll have some more intense conditions and intense impacts, which we're going to go over county by county here in just a few moments. I do want to show you hurricane watch for the best portion now of the Big Bend of Florida and the Gulf Coast of Florida through Tampa. We do have that hurricane watch, including now portions of Columbia County as well as Alachua and Marion counties as well, right along that I-75 corridor, which is where we do anticipate seeing the worst impacts. Much more to come, county by county, computer modeling as well in just a few moments. Keitha?